Huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Washington State's challenges on defense. What do they present? What have you seen on film?
Yeah, they're very well coached, pretty athletic, kind of quick up front. They do a good job playing their defense, play it well. Like I said, they're well coached. They know what they're doing. They communicate well. They're hardly ever in the wrong spot. They don't mess up a lot. So that's going to present a challenge for us. But we'll have a good plan, and it'll be a good game.
As Alex was just talking about, this is a place that it can be deceiving. Not a lot of fans, but it can be really raucous too. The crowd and they're jumping up and down. What do you envision this environment to be like?
Just a good hostile road game. I think it's important for us to go in there and play some of those games, kind of get uncomfortable as a team, and see where we're at, see what guys we got that'll compete. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll present a really good challenge for our team, and then it's all up to us to respond to it.
I feel like your growth has been week 1 to week 2, week 2 to week 3 now.
I think just as far as understanding the offense, understanding where we're trying to go as an offense, what coach is trying to get out of us, what plays we're trying to run, what we're trying to get good at, kind of those bread and butter plays that we want to use throughout the whole entire season. I think we've gotten really good at those. And then I've just kind of felt myself growing, just kind of in the mental part of the game, and obviously completing passes and just being as efficient with the play as possible.
When you first got here, did you go over with Kenny at all some of just your pass play? Forget about offense or the scheme and those things. I'm talking about just evaluating your own self of areas that, hey, if this is an area to improve on. Did you guys go over your own film from Auburn days?
Maybe if the situation presented itself, we'd strike up those kind of conversations, but he's seen a lot and he's watched a lot of me play, so we kind of just, as things went, as we started installing things, we kind of just discussed maybe certain habits that I had or certain areas where we both know I can improve on, and obviously those were a few, and working through spring, fall, we kind of worked on getting those corrected.
And that's where I suppose, because your third down splits are rather extreme in terms of a shift. How aware and conscious of that are you in terms of that was an area to improve, and that you're now one of the top 10 in the country right now?
Those are obviously be interesting to look at just from a third down point of view. There's a lot that goes into third downs. You know, you got the down and distance. Distance plays a huge role in third down, so maybe in the past we had a lot of third and longs, and those are just tougher to execute. And then I feel like we do a good job now getting kind of this year, especially the first 3 games, we've gotten ahead of the chains, which we've had some third and shorts. I can't remember many third and longs we've had to where we just have to throw the ball and we really get behind the sticks. So I think scheme and then situation just is a huge part of that.
Do you feel like, from your own perspective, that you put too much pressure on yourself at times, whether it was those third and long, where it's a difficult spot regardless, but that, or when you were trailing perhaps within a score, that's when your errors happen. That's just what the stats say. But do you feel like beyond the results, did you put too much on yourself? Did you try to do too much in those spots before?
Maybe so. I think those situations are always tough because you want to make a play, but you also don't. Nobody tries to make things worse, but I think just in those situations, you do the best you can to put your team in the right situation. Sometimes it works out. Obviously, at times it worked out, and then sometimes you make some mistakes, but that's part of it when you're losing in the game and it's third and long. It's not a good situation.
Well, after the game on Saturday, Terrence talked about you guys building chemistry in practice, staying after practice to build chemistry. How often do you stay after practice to build chemistry with Terrence?
Well, it kind of depends just on some of the schemes, some of the things that we're doing. If there's a route that we didn't get some good reps in at practice, we may do some extra stuff there. If there's other things that we just want to work on, we do that. But a lot of our reps come during the practice and during our reps with the team.
Well, you're going to be facing a team that's kind of chip on its shoulder. I think they think they should be ranked this week. They're looking to make a statement. Is there a way for you guys to prepare for that type of emotion coming from another team?
That's a good question. I think we're trying to prepare, focusing on ourselves, because I think a lot of us, we feel like we got a lot more to prove, and so that's where we're starting at. We're worrying about ourselves. It's Oregon versus Oregon every day at practice. It was Bloody Tuesday today, so we got out there and we're very physical. We wanted to just focus on ourselves, focusing on our mistakes that we can correct from this weekend, and then continue to get better. So I think every team we play is going to want a piece of Oregon, and that's just part of it. But I think that it's good competition because we also want just our schedule. So that's going to be good, and it's exciting when two teams want to play each other because that means it's going to be a good game.
Week 2, you started 10 for 10 throwing. Last week, I think it was like 8 for 9. Just what do you attribute the almost near perfect starts both games, and how important is that for just confidence of this team and yourself as well?
Well, it's just Coach Dillingham giving me some easy completions and starting a good rhythm, and then from there we're getting first downs. And when you get first downs, when you get the offense moving, it's kind of easier to get in the rhythm as opposed to just being stuck and like it's 3rd and long, you got to throw it. And those are sometimes where the incompletions come.
I was just going to say, is it attributed to your run game? And you said
absolutely
getting ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, getting ahead of the sticks is important. Running the ball physically, it may bring everybody up and get some more easy completions.
What's the key to being a little bit more consistent and building off of that performance you guys just had and taking it to conference play?
I mean, well, it's the key is just to continue doing what I'm doing. Continue to just understand what we're trying to get out of the play and make the most of it, and continue to read defense as well and see what they're doing and get the ball where it's supposed to be.
From a Pac-12 conference slate perspective, you've been through an SEC conference schedule. What is different about a Pac-12 conference do you expect, or what are the difficulties you're looking for?
I'm not sure the differences yet until I go through it, but I'm looking forward to it. I know it's a tough league. I know each team can beat anybody on any given Saturday, and that's just part of college football. So we're gonna have to bring our energy and gonna have to bring the juice for sure, because we're gonna have to get up there and start fast. It's a tough environment, tough road game, and those games are always hard to get going. But I think when a team gets going, it's obviously much easier. And so we know every team from this point forward is gonna be tough. So it's all about us to focus on ourselves and get better.
How much of a weapon is it when you guys use 3 tight ends, and I think during that drive you spread them all out and went 5 wide at one point? How much is that a weapon for your?
It's a huge weapon because you can run the ball, and we have athletic guys that can get out there and complete passes, and it just makes it tough on the defense for sure.
What have you heard about playing at Washington State, and what are you expecting out of that environment?
Yeah, from what I hear, the guys that have played there say it's real loud. They say their fans do a good job of making it a hostile environment, so I'm excited. I think those kind of games are extremely enjoyable, really fun, and can make for a good Saturday.
Where is the toughest place, kind of noise-wise, you've ever played?
Can you say that again?
Where's the toughest place you've ever played noise-wise?
I'd say Florida. The Swamp was my freshman year, was the toughest, loudest to this day that I've ever played. Tribute to them. Obviously, they're known for that, and it was a fun atmosphere, fun game. I wish I could go back to a game and just kind of be a part of it, and not be out there getting my head beat in.
You've been here since the past spring. What have you liked about Oregon, and does it differ from Auburn?
Yeah, it's really different, but I think the differences is what makes it unique and what makes it pretty cool. And obviously, you got the great scenery of Oregon, awesome weather. And then just from being here, being a part of this team, I'm excited to be here and lead these guys. I think I've had just a blast being around these guys and getting to know each one of them, and as well as the coaches. I've enjoyed being here. I think it's an awesome experience for me. It's allowed me to grow in a lot of different areas.
Is it kind of strange though? I mean, the jersey you're wearing now, I mean, this was the team you first played your first college game against.
Yeah, I mean, it was different the first few weeks for sure. Saturday felt more, I felt more comfortable because I'd been through that home game experience the weekend before. So I'm starting to get more and more comfortable with everything, and I think things are just starting to go smoothly for everybody. And obviously the transition is kind of starting to be over, and now it's just going through the season and playing in great environments.
Sorry,
Last question.
You 3 rushing touchdowns in that game. Was that part of the game plan going in, that you were going to use your legs as much as you did?
I mean, that's kind of a part of every game plan, and it goes back to all situational stuff. When different plays are called in that situation, I could have been tackled short and somebody else gets a touchdown. So it's all about situation, and anybody can score on any given down. So our running backs could have easily had 5 touchdowns themselves, and so it's just like I said, it's all a part of the scheme, all a part of the situation, on how the game unfolds. Hopefully in the future we can continue to be very diverse, running the quarterbacks, running the running backs, and then having a good passing attack. Thank you all, appreciate it.